Do you have that kind of strange, out-of-reach itch to both take a nice Sunday ride with your wife one weekend and then go shred the track in style and comfort the next day in the same bike? Well, Ducati just handed you a back scratcher. Introducing the Ducati Multistrada V4 RS. And in this video, we're gonna talk about it. By the way, if you're new here, thanks for stopping by, and if you love unique motorcycles, cars, and man stuff, hit that subscribe because that's exactly what we immerse you in here. And please like, comment, and shop my Amazon storefront for the coolest stuff you've ever seen. Link below. You guys are my favorite. Let's do work. I had a 2022 Ducati Multistrada V4 RS, and I have a 2022 Ducati Street Fighter V4 RS. And this bike, well, it's kind of like the foal of those two wild horses. It's got the same engine, albeit detuned from the 208 horsepower Street Fighter, which has the same engine as the Panigale V4, but it is more comfortable and versatile than those two track attackers. The Panigale is a track thoroughbred, the Street Fighter is an urban nightmare on two wheels, and the new Multi RS shares more of that performance DNA than ever before. You know, Ducati are always doing the impossible with their motorcycles, such as the Diavel, where you essentially have a drag racing bike that corners like a 600 despite its massive 240mm rear tire. And with the Multistrada V4, they've done it again. You sit propped up nearly as high as you would on a horse, looking down at all the cars around you. Bloody peasants. You have the ability to spend comfy hours on the highway and then go off-road, but then shred twisties with your sport bike pals in the same day. I have ridden comfortably with the sport bikes on mountain roads on my Multi V4 RS, and it was a blast. The Multistrada feels more confidence-inspiring around corners than I felt even on some sport bikes. There's just something about it. It's just planted. It's incredible. Well, now Ducati have kicked up that recipe several notches with the RS model. I know you likely already know the specs, so let's race through the top line. Your hard-earned $38,000 US will bid you farewell to the V4 Gran Turismo engine and instead get you the V4 Desmo Sedici Stradale engine, giving you a blistering 180 horsepower, or with the full exhaust and upmap 192 horsepower. And if you want to really squeeze out the performance, you can even use Ducati's Corse Performance Oil with this motorcycle, adding another 2.5 horsepower, totaling over 195 horsepower, making this the fastest, most powerful adventure bike by far in the world. Well, until we just heard about the new BMW M1000 XR coming in at 201 horsepower and a few pence cheaper. No, not Mike Pence. I mean dollars, euros, pounds, you know, the stuff I never seem to have enough of for obvious reasons. Anyway, that's an analysis for another video. Right now, let's focus on the latest beautiful Italian stallion. The rear subframe on the RS is now titanium instead of steel, shaving off 5.5 pounds, and weight is further reduced with a more compact battery, lighter forged Marcassini rims, making the RS 6.1 pounds lighter than the Pikes Peak is, although we don't have the total weight figures yet, but also you get a weight savings of the full Akrapovic system, which is going to net you that 12 extra horsepower, but now your weight is down by a whopping 11 pounds. Now I just wish my weight was down by 11 pounds. Anyway, you'll get more peak power and higher RPMs, now raised to a whopping 12,500, and reportedly it will still cruise comfortably to 13,000 RPM, but at 12,500, that's 2,000 RPMs higher than the V4 Gran Turismo on the current Multistradas. You will get a tad less torque as this bike leans more toward performance applications, but the gear ratio changed with one less tooth in the front and one more in the rear, meaning more acceleration. You're gonna get that iceberg white with red and black MotoGP livery, looking hot while making a statement. Note, this is not a limited edition, but each will feature a serial number engraved on the steering head with a black anodized aluminum plate, adding further to that feel of exclusivity we already have by riding a Ducati. And I do like the nice little touches that they put on these bikes, such as the phone pocket now having a built-in fan, because our phones do get hot, especially in the hotter months. Anyway, so back to the question, do we need a 200 horsepower Multistrada? Yes, we do. So firstly, unlike some people, I think the more power you have on a motorcycle, the safer you are. If you're responsible, of course. And beyond that, increased power just provides for more ability and freedom to do what you need to do on the street. I do love more speed and power on my bikes, and I think I'm far from alone, as many of us do mod our bikes with full exhaust systems with upmaps or custom tunes, for example, to squeeze out more power from them. Now, from experience, sometimes when I rode my 2022 Multi V4 RS, I felt the 170 horsepower, which was actually closer to 180 horsepower on mine with a full exhaust in tune, was powerful, and the bike even power wheelied at times unintentionally, I assure you, but it couldn't match the pull-away power of my Street Fighter, which admittedly spoiled me and can pretty much overtake anything on the highway with the tiniest twist of the wrist. My Street Fighter kind of makes me want all that power on all my bikes. Yeah, Ducati spoils me. So in other words, even though the Multi has a lot of power already, with even more power, you can get yourself out of that barreling truck's way even faster, past that car and get back into the safety of the slow lane even earlier, and yes, in general, just feel that blast we love from our powerful bikes when we twist that throttle, you know, once in a while in the cornfields. And you can do all that in style, comfort, performance, and functionality, such as adaptive cruise control and blind spot sensors available on the Multistrada with the new RS. So in summary, if you love power and exclusivity and you can afford the price tag, then more power to you. Literally. If not, I'd still recommend picking up a lower model Multistrada or a used one, because any spec on this bike is what you would expect from the Ferrari of motorcycles, a top-notch experience. I do gotta call out BMW with their M1000XR, which really takes this platform to unseen heights. I do appreciate them raising the bar even higher in this platform, but still there's some of us who are gonna be Ducatisti, and for us it's gonna be the RS. But stay tuned for that comparison video soon. Please do share your thoughts on the new Multistrada RS in the comments below, and always remember the motto, always be kinder than necessary, and I will see you in the next one.